What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another character spotlight video on this channel. This one has been suggested quite a bit. This is a video that's been talked about from a lot of Fear the Walking Dead fans on this channel, so I wanted to dedicate this, though, specifically to Lachlan, who asked me to do this video. I actually totally forgot about Spotlight Saturday, and I was like, okay, well, it might be a late upload, whatever, but I'm uploading this, later on in the afternoon, whatever. It doesn't matter. I wanted to upload this because this is a video that I promised, and I'm going to keep that promise, and I'm going to do this video. Very excited to do this one because this is one of my, it's my favorite character in Fear the Walking Dead. So, as you guys know, haven't been doing many very many Fear the Walking Dead videos on the break. That will probably not change because I just don't like Season 4 and the new direction of the show, but I do love the old classic version. So, we're going to discuss Travis. We're going to discuss his character throughout the 3 seasons, 2 seasons and a few episodes. So, yeah, so he's my favorite character in the series. If there's one character that's my favorite, it's Travis. Now, I want to start with saying that my favorite season for this character is Season 3. I love those last episodes with Travis. He was awesome in the premiere, and, just all that stuff. Really love the version of Travis that we saw from, second half Season 2 to, the beginning of Season 3. I really enjoyed Travis from that time. Now, to also just say, I think Travis in Season 1 to Travis in Season 3 are 2 different characters. The character changes a lot. He really changes throughout the show. It's pretty crazy when you actually think about it and you actually break it down. The character changes a lot. So, I want to specifically also say that, this character, I go through the show and I'm like, man, what's my favorite part for Travis? And if I had to break that down before we go through his entire journey, I would definitely say it's the scene with Chris. When he snaps on those guys and, you see a different version of Travis that you've never seen before. That, for me, was an amazing scene. I just love that scene so much. So, yeah, that was the best scene for Travis. Now, let's start with his journey throughout the show. So, of course, he's a teacher at the very beginning, and he's teaching a class. One of the classmates actually falls asleep, we get to see kind of, Travis... they wake him up and stuff, so that was kind of funny. Now, he was the first one. Nick told him about what happened at the church, and he was the first one that actually heard Nick out. And he took his word for it, and he went to check out the church that night. He saw exactly what Nick described, basically. Everyone's dead, blood everywhere, the place is just destroyed, and it's pretty insane. So, that is exactly what that was, and Travis was like, okay, listen, this was not just some thing Nick was making up. No, this is actually here. Something bad happened here, like Madison said, and something went bad. So of course they get to find out about this, and of course right away Travis wants to get everybody out of the city, and they need to get away from the city. We need to get away from people, that kind of thing. And of course he wants to also take his ex-wife and son with them. Of course, Chris doesn't really care about that. He cares about finding out what's going on. He doesn't really care that his dad wants to pick him up. So, yeah, even when Travis calls in the pilot, he's like, he wants to see him, and he's like, fine, force me, Dad, so they have a bad relationship between the two, and, of course, the whole divorce thing and stuff, and I'm sure, they're not the same after the separating of, him and Liza. So, yeah, the relationship with that father-son relationship between the two is not exactly the same, and it never really was after that, I would say, and, basically, we get to see Travis throughout Season 1, and of course at the end of the season, I would say, one of his biggest parts is that, he loses his wife. So, then it's up to him to protect Chris. Chris snaps in the first half of Season 2, and he doesn't notice it, of course he does get captured by Connor and all that stuff, and as we go through here, he escapes, Madison helps him out, and it looks like everything is going well, but In actuality, it's not. His son is actually completely gone. He's not even himself anymore, and he decides to leave with him in the mid-season finale, season 2. So, of course, he leaves with Chris, and they run into the two guys, and of course, you know, Travis knows they're bad, but Chris doesn't really know that. Chris doesn't really care what Travis thinks, and Chris goes off with them after a little while. So, and the last thing he says to his son is, "Damn you, Chris." That was pretty terrible. That was terrible. I mean, you know, of course, you know, he probably wishes he said, "I love you, son." I'm sure he probably wishes he said something different because, of course, literally probably an hour after or less, Chris is in the accident and he's killed, by the two guys. So when Travis finds out, he goes crazy. And, of course, he meets up with Madison and all that stuff. But, of course, once he finds out about his son, he just totally loses hope, I feel like. He turns into a different character after that. He is beating those two guys to the point where they are dead. And, that's really that. And they want Travis out of the hotel. They want him out. So, Madison goes with him, and Strand decides to stay. So, yeah. So, of course, they're captured at the border. They do find Nick, but Travis, of course, is put into the pit and by Troy, and, of course, is forced to fight the walkers. So, this was one of the best scenes, and I love the scene. You guys know what I'm talking about. When he picks up the cement block, and he throws it at the guy, and it, like, literally, like, it just slightly misses him. Oh, my God. I was on the edge of my seat when I saw that, you know? That was like such like a Shane scene from Walking Dead, you know, that's something Shane would do, you know, so yeah, but Travis, of course, you know, after the pit scene, literally right after, gets on the helicopter, and of course, you know, we all know what happens after that, of course, and you know, he volunteers to get out of the helicopter in order to save Alicia, Luciana, Jake, and that other woman, to save their lives, and you know, so he, you know, opens up the door. And, of course, you see the shot where he's flying out, and that's literally the last scene for Travis in the show. Just like that. I still don't like his death, but it was a heroic death for him. I just don't like the death in general. It was kind of like, really? That's how he goes out? Oh, man. For a character like that, that's pretty weak. So, I don't know. You know, you guys can look into it more, but I really think that death could have been handled better. Now, if you're gonna kill Travis, kill him in a very Travis way. That, for me, just wasn't right. And I really think they should have kept Travis for this Morgan and Friends Fear the Walking Dead. I think he should have been one of the remaining Fear characters left, like Alicia, Luciana, and Strand. He should have been in there, because he would have been awesome. And I would be enjoying Fear 10 times more if he was there right now. I guarantee it. I guarantee I would. So, that's just my opinion, though. So, anyway, write your comments below on one of the best Fear characters ever. That is, well, my favorite Fear the Walking Dead character. And, yeah, I'll end the video here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.